Dun, 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 dun. Hello everyone. Oh my god, I am tired today.
Why, Sam? Tell us
like
why.
Staying up till 3 a.m. getting constantly copyright striked from Warner Brothers for trying to get a Joker review ready, which is dropping later on today.
It is.
Check it out, but...
We're only allowed to use clips of the trailer 5 seconds long. Any longer than that, and Warner would try and claim 100% of the revenue from our video.
I was like, that's strange. Well, the first time I uploaded, I was like, okay, I did a 20-second clip then. Then I did a 9-second clip. I'm like, come on now. Anyway, it's been reduced to 5-second clips every time. Anyway, it's coming out later, but that's what we've been doing. We saw Joker. We'll tell you all about it in a few hours' time. Let me put my
It was
phone
pretty
on
spectacular.
silent.
We're not going to like hold that in. It's fucking extraordinary. I think.
Really was
so
fantastic.
we'll tell you all about that later on in the upload. Probably 5 or 6 hours from now, you'll see that go live.
Yep.
Other than that, Sam, how's your week been?
My week's been good.
What have you been doing, Sam?
I've been playing a hell of a lot of Overwatch. Okay, excited for the Switch one. It's coming. I saw some gameplay of that.
Okay, just let's talk this through for me, okay? Just so I and the audience, the viewers out there understand.
I think a lot of people
You're playing Overwatch on a PC, running it at like 120 frames a second on a big, beautiful widescreen
140.
monitor with a keyboard and mouse. Why are you excited for the Switch version?
Nothing-
Why would you want to play this product on Switch?
Nothing for me is better than sitting on the couch having, Law and Order SVU, okay? These are their stories. I love that show. And just having it there and just playing. Like, I just like doing that. To log on the computer, it's such a that's the thing you're doing. Where I like to play games on the couch, on the bus, which I never actually take the bus, but like something like that, or wherever I am,
Sam has yet to discover the technology known as the second monitor. It's
I mean,
brand new to him.
I do have...
like when one day he might hear about it, we're like, what? You mean I can do other things while on a computer playing video games?
Think a lot of people,
Holy shit, man. Holy shit.
A lot of people are excited for Switch because it is the most, you can take it everywhere. And it's 30 frames per second. Like, what else do you want?
Exactly. Beautiful.
What
and the
else
beautiful
do you
controllers
want?
as well. I mean,
I don't mind
and
them.
the good thing about playing on a Switch is if you don't touch anything, your character still moves forward.
Exactly.
Because of the Joy-Con drift.
If you've
that's
played
like an
enough
upgrade.
of the Switch, it does it for you.
That's
it
exactly
rewards
right.
you, everybody. Apart from that, I've been playing a hell of a lot of Super Smash Brothers. Another portable game that's awesome. And that's pretty much it. What have you played this week?
I feel like we need to drop this segment at the start of the week.
I like this one.
About like what have you been playing this week? Someone's gonna do like a meme supercut like
I
after 30 shows.
know.
What have you been playing this week? And then Sam's like Overwatch, and then I'm like wearing different clothes the following
Fantasy.
week. What have you been playing this week? Overwatch. That clip is coming.
Yeah, but you do that too with Final Fantasy every single week.
But I also play every other game.
If there's a game that we're reviewing, I also do that too. I log on for 10 solid minutes before I do impressions, everybody.
This week's all been Destiny for me. So I played a little bit of Weep Souls earlier in the week, which is okay. I liked it. But then obviously Destiny came out. So we'll do Destiny impressions later on because Sam hasn't actually played it yet. But I think my TLDR impressions so far...
Not happy.
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, it's too early for me to say that, to be honest with you. But it's certainly not impressive, I don't think. Like, a lot of people in the Destiny community hate me once again because I'm not saying it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But, like, man, there's a lot of reused content in this game. Like, a lot. Basically, a lot of the campaign, all the new open world area is just ripped straight from Destiny 1, and it's put in here as the expansion. That's a bit cheeky from a company that has done that a lot over the years.
Yeah.
The campaign has some pretty cool story in terms of like lore, but it's like the way it's told isn't particularly good. And the package is not blowing me away. Like I like it, don't get me wrong, because I like Destiny. But I feel like if you don't like Destiny, this is definitely not going to change your mind. If you were looking for a big meaty expansion,
meaty package,
then you are going to be disappointed, I think, or at least you're not going to be impressed. That's
the impression right
vibe.
there. Now, look, I haven't actually played it yet, but it sounds like, from what you've said, it's a bit lackluster. And I think that, with Activision's departure from Bungie, it's the moment for them to shine. So if that is the case, I jump on and I feel like it's not the BAM that I think it needs. It's going to be a shame. Do I think they have more chances in the future? I do, actually.
They obviously do. Everyone just gives them a second chance. Myself included. I can't help it, man.
It's different though,
I love playing the game. It just
Yeah.
feels so good to play Destiny. That's like right now I'm kind of enjoying the experience of playing Destiny again because I've had about 4 months off as I've just been playing Final Fantasy. I just enjoyed the experience of playing Destiny, and it feels good to be back doing that, even though I'm not really impressed with the expansion. Does that make sense?
Yeah, look,
It's like an old pair of jeans. Do you know what I mean? It's got that kind of quality to it.
Not really. No one loves to put on old pair of jeans. Destiny 2 for Switch.
Some of us actually own
Destiny 2
Gene
for
said-
Switch.
Yeah, that's
okay?
right.
That's the segment changer right there. So what is the first story? Let's
All
get
right,
to
so
the
let's.
first
This
story.
is really probably a neat segue for us into
That's
the first
5 minutes
story.
of just solid random chat.
That's
everybody.
right. People come for the bands. That's it, right? So, look, first story up actually does relate to Destiny, and that is that Destiny 2 has completely smashed it on its launch. Destiny 2 had a peak of over 200,000 concurrent players during its first day, and that actually would have been higher if the servers hadn't gone down.
Yeah.
Now, I think a very interesting and important point of reference for this is Warframe's all-time highest player count rests at about 139,000 players at the moment on Steam. Okay, so that's pretty big. If on day one Destiny is able to eclipse that, that's a big deal.
Definitely,
So,
I think Destiny has a broader appeal than Fashion Frame. Of course, hell of a lot of people love Warframe. Sure, to see Destiny in such a healthy state, 3 years down the track now. 2
Destiny
years down.
2.
Yeah, 2017. I
yeah,
think.
3 years.
2 years. 2 years. Quick
Well,
maths.
like this is year 3, so
Okay, fine. It really, I've said this before, I mean, if they're getting 200,000 concurrent players, they're going free to play on some of their stuff, they're bringing new content out, you might not like it, but if a lot of people, if the general consensus is it's on a good track, I mean, why do Destiny 3, just keep doing this,
for sure.
You don't need to continuously, with Final Fantasy 14, they had to completely go back to the drawing board because it wasn't working. Would they have done the whole Bahamut comes out of an egg and destroys the whole area if it wasn't working? No. Is this a state right now where they need a Destiny 3? I don't think so. Just keep it. It sounds like they are going strength to strength. They had the reset button with the whole no more Activision stuff,
Yeah, well, they did talk about the fact that, Destiny 2 has a 5-year plan, okay? Now, that was ambiguous because when it's not clear if they're saying that Destiny 2 has 5 more years or if Destiny has a 5-year plan and we're now in year 3. So there's only another 2 years until we get a Destiny 3. They have made clear they want to make a Destiny 3. Those are words that have been said in the past.
Is that
I don't
Activision
know,
then when they were connected?
that was when they were with Activision. So I don't know how the plan changes. Exactly right. They did have that. So...
Yeah.
But look, either way, I'm very happy that, and if I could, as I'm playing through the game now, and I've put a ton of time into it since launch, my sort of thesis for this review is very much like this expansion isn't that big a deal for the game for new players. For existing players. There are definitely some quality of life improvements and armor system reworked and whatever else. But all the back-end work they've done on Destiny is very, very meaningful this time around. You are talking about the implementation of cross-save, which is huge.
Yeah.
And cross-play is coming in the future.
And that takes a lot of development time. So, I mean, sounds like there's a few things that they have been putting in place. They've also moved from Battle.net to Steam. So maybe one can forgive them potentially if this new DLC drop isn't as big because they had so much to do to get to this moment,
Yeah.
And this whole reused content thing, it could have very much been we want to give players content that we thought was good from Destiny 1. Let's repackage it, give it a HD remaster in terms of making it look prettier, and in the meantime, make the quality of life, the cross save, the Battle.net to Steam thing possible.
Yeah.
And
I think this sort of connects to the next just little highlight that we've got here, which is Destiny 2 Shadowkeep has been revealed. Launches tomorrow. Since its debut September 14, Destiny is the number 2 best-selling first-person shooter franchise in the US in dollar sales, trailing only Call of Duty. So the 7th overall best-selling franchise in tracked sales in that period from the NPD group. So a lot of people don't quite grasp just how massive Destiny is.
Yeah.
Well, it's early, man.
I thought I was tired.
It's early.
Okay.
But numbers like that really demonstrate just this title is absolutely a behemoth and it's just crushing it.
I'm actually surprised because I did feel was the tide slowly moving on from Destiny? Well, clearly not then. Clearly not. I thought it had its day in terms of it was always going to be a huge kind of looter shooter, but it was going to slowly but surely move towards maybe its demise,
Sure.
It sounds like that's not happening, It sounds like it's really actually going strength to strength. I guess we'll finish with this point before we move on. For them to go back now and do a whole Destiny 3, is that not then raising the stakes again? If they're already on a good thing, don't raise the stakes again. Don't go out there and it's a new rebranded product. A lot of people that are going to go and kind of reset to the whole stance of, okay, is this going to be any good? well, right now, Destiny is good. So, like, just do that, you know? But who knows what they'll actually end up doing.
I agree. So, actually, we've got more Bungie news coming up. But first, let's go over some super chats.
Some super chats.
We've got quite a bit here. We've got Hype, who gave us $50 Australian. Thank you very much. These sweet young boys are wasting away. Go get yourselves a big brekkie at work. I wish we were wasting away.
Smash sounds good.
I wish we were wasting away. That would be great. I could do with a bit of wasting away right now.
And Joel, thank you very much for the new member.
Joel, thank you, Joel.
I nearly forgot you, but I didn't forget you, man.
€16. Greetings from Germany. Missed the last 2 live streams, therefore a little bigger token of appreciation. Love the show. Thank you very much, Olaf. Good to see you, man. I really appreciate that. Energy with 100 Donkey Kong coins. That's not actually from Colton. Colton usually is our Donkey Kong guy. Cheers from Denmark. Stay awesome, memes. Thank you very much, my friend. Samson, the hamster, $5. Watching from Phoenix, Arizona. Love you guys. From Buck. Haven't been to Phoenix, Arizona. Haven't been to Arizona.
No.
I hear it's hot.
Is it hot?
Is that a thing that's
I'm sure
Arizona?
I think Ralph's just taking a good stab in the dark there.
That's
but
the
I'm
only
sure
thing
it's hot.
Sure
it was only either cold or hot. There was no other options there. No.
Marathon with $5. Love the show. Thoughts on $15 Uplay Plus subscription to get access to Ultimate Edition of games instead of buying them? I mean, look,
we didn't really cover that, did we?
I feel like if you pay, because a lot of people will just pay $15 for Game Pass for a month, or Uplay for a month, or EA Origin Access, whatever, Premiere for a month. $15 is definitely a lot steeper than the competition, because I think the Premiere... Oh, no, I think actually the EA one's also $15 a month. Maybe it's $10 a month.
Look, Xbox Game Pass, I believe, is $9 Aussie, so I think it's like... Oh, maybe it's $9 US, but...
I think that's a good deal, though.
You get a lot of money. Look, if you have the strat right, like, I'm only going to do it for this month, because this particular game is coming out. I want to play this game for the next 3 or 4 weeks. After that, I just cancel my subscription. You've ultimately got the game along with many other games that you wanted to play in that month.
For sure.
For $15, I actually don't think that's bad value.
Yeah.
PlayStation's recently also brought down their prices on the whole PlayStation Now, I think it's called.
Yep.
So they're really ramping up their kind and it's going to be God of War. God of War on PC now, people. It's the first time you can play God of War not on a PlayStation 4.
Oh, okay. So
pretty cool.
On the cloud. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, on the cloud.
That's right.
Yeah. Pretty cool, people.
White Wolf, $24.99. Thank you, friend. I followed you guys since the great Yongye versus Schreier debacle. That was an interesting little saga, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Thanks for always making me laugh. Here's a question. If you could will any game sequel into existence, what would you be most excited for? I want Vagrant Story 2. Do you remember
that was
Vagrant
a
Story?
great game on PlayStation. That was Squaresoft before it was Square Enix.
Actually, that's number one. The actual number one thing that I still like every day, like before I go to bed, I'm like, please, Jeebus, make this game is a Soul Reaver sequel.
Even just a Soul Reaver, a remaster will be great.
Even a remaster, I'd settle for.
Look, I think a Banjo 3, not this nuts and bolts crap, but like...
Rare can't do that anymore.
Yeah, Rare's gone. Rare's gone.
Don't.
But Banjo 2, if we were able to like go back in the time machine, bring them back to now and make a Banjo 3, that would be fantastic.
Huso with $20. Keep up the good work, boys. Started watching your channel after seeing our shared love of Wolfenstein Youngblood. Fantastic title.
Terrible.
Skywarp Greer, thanks for $2. Will I see you at PAX? Yes, I'll be at PAX.
Yes.
I think at 12 o'clock on the Razer booth on Saturday, and at 4 o'clock at the AMD booth on Friday.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I'll be down there too. He's not asking if I'm going to be there, but I'm going to be there anyway.
Sam.
Okay.
10 R's. So you know what an R is? If crossplay comes next year, then Destiny can get to new heights. Agreed. Thank you very much, Nurso.
Isn't it already crossplay or only cross-save right now?
It's cross-save, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Bar and Seven, hope for another marathon game at some point. Oh, that's an old Bungie reference. And J Palm with a new membership. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. So thank you, everyone.
That's a lot.
Let's get back to the news. And this is actually our title news for the day. We
This is the clickbait
kept you waiting, huh? And that is that Bungie have actually revealed that they plan to become a publisher of games. Okay, so this is pretty big news, I think. And I think let's just read through some of the detail of this because I think it's pretty huge. So obviously, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, it's a big deal. Right, and they said, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Our vision, ultimately, through 2025, is to become one of the world's best entertainment companies. Very specific wording. We'll come back to that. To do that, Parson said it need to start with Destiny. So basically, they're saying we need to get Destiny to where we want it to get it to. That's fine. Random Destiny commentary. Parson told IGN that this is all something Bungie wants to accomplish by 2025, and that there is a pretty specific path for the company. So by 2025, we have a pretty specific path to make sure we can transform Destiny, and then we have other franchises within the marketplace.
Well, we don't... Yeah.
Hang on, let's just read the news first, Sam.
Here we go.
The latter is the other part of Bungie's goal to become a greater entertainment company. We need to build our publishing group, but part of our vision is also to become a multi-franchise entertainment company.
So... there's many ways to take that.
I don't think so.
I think it can be
What are the
either
ways?
they want to create more games themselves, or they want to be a place that welcomes other developers, other development houses, indie or bigger, to be on their books, and maybe they'll fund them, maybe they'll be a part of that. Or it means that maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe they're like,
Yes.
let's buy some studios, or let's just partner up with some studios, and let's just kind of build our portfolio in that regard. So I think it could. I mean, who knows? It could be just them going, look, we're big enough now to bring indies in, so we can bring your games to life. You know?
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, and so a good a parallel to this is actually Digital Extremes with Warframe, because they actually do some small publishing as well on the side outside of Warframe. I think they did Don't Starve, if I remember correctly. They published that, or something else like that, like a little indie survival sandbox game that they published. And I know they have other plans to publish other things. So they've got ambitions themselves to be a publisher. Bungie obviously is operating at a larger scale than Digital Extremes is. Their war chest is going to be larger, as we saw just from the previous stories. For them to say that they want to become an entertainment company, I think they're specific words. Because I do think you see a lot of game companies now open up television studios, movie studios, all that sort of stuff.
They're all doing that. Sony's doing that, yep.
I really wonder whether, Bungie has sort of ambitions to go that direction as well and become like broader entertainment group, and we will start seeing like Destiny movies and stuff coming out. By the way, I would watch a Destiny movie.
I mean, everyone
I would watch
would
that.
it.
Do you know what I mean? I would watch the shit out of that.
definitely watch that.
Get James Cameron to make that after he's made 4 more Avatar films. Because we really want 4 more Avatar
Michael
films.
Bay, just make explosions and shit. You know,
That'd kind of be cool,
It
though.
work. It work.
I think it would work.
Look, I think I see where you're coming from, but I think it's a big stretch to be like, entertainment must mean they must be going also for TVs and movies.
But like what? Otherwise, they would say games company. They would say games publisher. When you say entertainment company, I'm assuming like you're using your licenses across different mediums.
Look, I know if Paramount Pictures came out and said, "Oh, we want to be bigger in the entertainment space," I don't think that they need to be like, "Well, in the movie entertainment space, Bungie's already in the gaming space." I think they're just probably meaning let's get a bigger footprint of what we're doing in gaming. Having said that, you might be right. There is a trend right now. We've seen PlayStation do that.
I am right.
We've seen a lot of other companies.
I'm right.
And we've seen other companies come along and say, "Look, let's start, getting our games into movies and TV."
Big time.
Who knows if that is the trend? I would be disagreeing with you a lot more if you're right. If we hadn't seen so many, Sony and all that actually start movie companies and stuff. So who knows?
Yeah, don't forget, we also know that they did take $100 million from NetEase to work on new IP. Now, that's likely going to be specific to the China market, because obviously there's a lot of money there. And if you work with a company like NetEase, which is China-based, then it gives you an in to access that market. Western companies can't just rock up and start making money there. They have to do it with a Chinese partner because, that's how it works over there.
Pachinko.
Destiny, that's Japan,
sorry,
man.
that's just Japan. I just came from Japan.
That is racist.
That's a bit racist.
Destiny Mahjong, I think, is what you mean, okay? So,
Destiny Baccarat. Was that what they like, Baccarat?
I don't think... Is that Chinese? I don't think that's Chinese,
what's the game that... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway.
That's the one that Bond plays.
Yes, of course.
So, look, overall, I'm interested to see where this goes. Clearly, Bungie weren't just like, hey, we're going to make Destiny forever as an independent studio. They have bigger, grander ambitions.
Yeah, which they need to have. They can't bank on a single franchise being relevant in the next 10 years, because it's probably not going to be... Looter Shooter might be around for a long time, but who knows? Anyway.
Yeah, agreed. We got... some dollary dues from the Real Tan Seeker, $5. Have either of you mofos played Wreckfest, an awesome Demolition Derby game? Spiritually successful Demo Derby? No, I haven't, man. I'm sorry, man. I haven't
actually,
really
was that the one where like a person would be and his hands would be wheels and they're like going around? Maybe that's
I didn't play that one.
Probably not. Sorry, man.
And Colton DK, I told you here he is,
yes,
Colton, with 89 Donkey Kong coins.
We knew that.
Thank you very much.
I think I knew that, but we still always refer to it as Donkey Kong coins. But I appreciate that. I wonder how much 89 Donkey Kong coins even is.
Brendan Carter with $10. Thank you very much. Question for both of you, for maybe just Ralph. Who is your favorite Nier Automata character and why? Thanks for everything. Sam, who's your favorite Nier Automata character?
Look, there's so many. It's very personal. I'd said before with Witcher, it's very personal. I don't really want to go into it. They're all pretty important to me.
My Super Siyaki, thank you very much. I know who you are, by the way. Welcome back. And my favorite character, I really can't describe. I can't disclose that in this forum. I think we need to do a adults only stream to discuss the reasons why 2B might be someone's favorite character.
Of course,
but we're not going to go there. I'm sure now.
There's much material on the internet
that
will support that claim.
So okay, here's a really big deal. Okay, this is a very big story, to be honest with you. And it is that...
It could be.
No, it's objectively big.
I mean,
we've been arguing, like fighting for this for years.
I agree, but it could... Okay, well, let's just get to the story.
What's the news, Sam? Tell us the news.
So PlayStation 4, they have been notorious to be the ones that have held back crossplay. Xbox wanted it for so many years in this current generation because, let's face it, they were behind. They wanted to tap into the PlayStation market on the multiplayer aspect of it, right? They finally came around, and now PlayStation is saying, look guys, it's not even in our hands anymore. It's like, if the developer wants to do crossplay, we'll let it happen. It's the first time that we've really seen them kind of let go of the what's even the word? Let go of the horse things. Reins. Nice. 3 hours sleep. Let go of the reins and allow other people to make those decisions. In reality, is this maybe not just like some thing that they're putting out there, but in reality they're putting hurdles still in place because they're going to be giving out a lot of their market share.
They have literally said in this release that the developers now decide. So it's not up to them anymore.
I know that. They might put that out there, but as a company, I might want to put that out there so I look brand friendly and consumer friendly. But behind the scenes, I might just make it still a little bit difficult with paperwork or X, Y, and Z or coding, so I still get to retain my market, my dominance in the market, you know?
I guess. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
How do you not maybe see that, like, look...
I just think that they've done it. They've said that it works. If it doesn't work, some developer will put their hand up and be like, oh, by the way, this sucks.
Sure.
And then everyone will be like, Sony, this sucks. And they'll be like, yeah, okay, it sucks. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's not some conspiracy where they're trying to keep the man down. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think it's a conspiracy.
Like Deep Throat's like, you know, I know the news about the truth about the fucking, you know, the cross-play implementation.
That's why Sean Layden left.
That's right, yeah. I don't know how far this goes. It's not like that, man. It's just like it works.
No, I'm just saying... Based on capitalism, man. You know, if they actually own a giant share of it, why would they so willingly give it up?
It's going to be a whistleblower, guys.
Yes.
The whistleblower.
Sean Layden's
like, I want to face my whistleblower, man. I want to know. But by the way, I saw Ray Civic in the chat. Always a pleasure to see you, Ray Civic. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to whatever it is you're working on, as always. So, next news story...
Oh, is that it? Is that all?
Well, that's all we've got on that. Like, you know, you did your best.
We did the conspiracy.
You did your best to stretch it out with conspiracy theories, Sam.
I did pretty well.
You did a good job with that one. I was
still
impressed.
Beams. You know, anyway, we won't go there.
Not gonna go there.
We won't go there.
That'll definitely get us demonetized. This is a kind of nice story. Slaughter dragons to save cats in this Elder Scrolls Online charity campaign. It reads that from October 3rd to December 9th, ZeniMax will donate $1 for every 5 dragons killed to the Best Friends Animal Society and Four Paws charities. The Best Friends Animal Society is dedicated to promoting and establishing no-kill animal shelters through North America, while Four Paws is a European advocacy group for animals under direct human influence. That's a weird way to frame it, but okay. Influence. Weird. Ranging from pets to the wildlife, environment, entertainment industry. They're going to donate up to $200,000 to Slay Dragons Save Cats campaign, split evenly between the two charities.
I mean,
that's
nice. Pretty good.
I mean, ZeniMax is a pretty dirtbag company, but this is nice.
And they do own Bethesda.
Exactly right.
So, we have to retain our narrative, okay? Why wasn't it $2 per dragon, everyone?
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
what the fuck, man?
That's right.
No, look, it's actually very good that they're doing this. Great, you know, it's good to do something like that. Are
you a cat person, Sam?
I'm more of a dog person. I had a cat, and I had to give him back to the person I bought him off because he was ripping up the carpet.
Oh, the precious carpet. Wow.
His name was Humphrey. Anyway, Humphrey is
a good name for a cat.
I think Humphrey's a great name for a cat.
I think so too. So I personally don't like cats. Please come at me in the comments.
I don't even think you like dogs.
I like dogs, but I don't love dogs. I'm not like, I don't need, like when I see a dog, I'm like, oh, that's a cute dog. Pat, pat, pat. Bye.
That's all I need
But
now,
if I have to like pick up the dog's poop, I'm not up for that.
Yeah,
the
walking in the morning and all that stuff. Like, I think if you had a dog, it would just be in the corner with like no hair.
I think Seinfeld, because I'm watching Seinfeld reruns, I think Seinfeld has a bit on this where he's like, you know, if you were aliens watching humans and there was some creature walking behind another creature, and it picks up the thing, who's in charge in that relationship? Do you know what I mean? If you're picking up something else's poop, who's in charge?
It's the second Seinfeld joke you made in the last 24 hours.
I'm literally watching
camera.
Seinfeld reruns.
It's going to be on the Joker review later.
I'm playing Final Fantasy and Destiny. I've got my second monitor, Sam. You might want to invest in one of those. Seinfeld reruns on my second monitor. That's what's happening. So that's the deal.
That's the story there, though, people.
That is the story. So, okay, guys, familiar territory. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Epic Bat.
Epic Games Band.
Epic Games. That's a good segment. I should just make
Need
that.
to have one of those, like a little, like with a guitar riff over the top, and like a bottom third little thing, and it comes in and like a thunderclap or something.
Yeah, and a narrator, like Epic Games Band.
Yeah, totally.
We're gonna put that in next time, guys. All right. So what's going on here?
So basically, look, here's the deal. Outer Worlds, which I played, by the way, the other week. I played about 2 and a bit hours of it. This is a fantastic game from what I can see so far. I played that little chunk of it was just bursting with personality. The writing was phenomenal, beautiful. It looked graphically, it wasn't amazing, but it had like a really nice visual presence, like design aesthetic, which was great. The shooting was strangely not bad, which everyone was kind of expecting it to be, because it was Obsidian. It was a really good game from when I played it. I'm super excited about it.
When's the actual release date?
October 30, I believe.
Okay.
It is an Epic Games exclusive. Utter betrayal.
Terrible.
In fact, they posted up recently. They're like, "Hey guys, our game's coming out soon. How about that?" And then some guy here is like, "You have betrayed PC gaming with your Epic Games deal. I'll wait." So
2020 release, kind of shit.
And then it wasn't. And then so the Outer Worlds, the Obsidian account actually responded to this. It wasn't our deal. And the game isn't exclusive to EGS. You can get it on the Windows 10 store and Xbox Game Pass PC on day one. Though, if you want to wait, we totally understand. So, there you go. That's it. I actually see quite a few developers these days throwing their publishers under the bus, saying that wasn't our deal.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Like, in general.
There's a difference between throwing them under the bus and being like, let's get the story straight.
I feel like it's partly throwing them under the bus.
Maybe
it's not our fault. Go and argue with, blah.
The thing is, if they were like, look, we really don't want this to be an Epic Games exclusive, and the publisher's like, sorry, dude, like, we're funding this, we're going to put this on Epic's Game Store. Then, of course, it's out of their hands. So if they are taking a lot of the heat, I would expect the publisher then to jump in. If they're not jumping in, then of course they want to get the story straight. Now we don't even know if that is in fact the case. They might just be saying that, They might be getting a nice little, paycheck too, So who knows though? Who knows if they're just like, oh, let's just say this wasn't our call, so we just look brand friendly and consumer friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
There's no evidence to suggest that they weren't in on that deal too.
It's so weird to me. What I think's so weird about all these things is that, you can get so many of these games on other platforms at launch. For example, the Outer Wilds, which is, like the best game I've played all year, by the way. If you haven't played Outer Wilds,
game of the year.
Drop what you are doing right now. It is the absolute hands down best
Unless
game
you're
of the
watching
year.
Laymen, don't drop that.
So that game is an Epic Games exclusive, but you could also get it on Game Pass on Xbox as well. So it's kind of like, it's weird that these deals are structured in such a way where Epic is so clearly just trying to block Steam. They're like, well, we're happy to do it with other platforms. It's all good, but Epic just really it's trying to shiv. It's like in the prison. It's like trying to shiv Steam as much as it can. Do you know what I mean? In the shower.
I think it's because they're the most relevant platform. They're the ones that, it'd be different if Xbox was really competing with Steam. Sure, Microsoft Store might get some sales, but let's be real. I'm guessing, I'm sure these statistics are completely correct, everyone. 90% of people that would buy games are going to buy them on Steam, right? That's
40% of all people know that.
Exactly, that's where your friends are. This is where you've been buying games for the last 15 years. It just makes sense that you continue that kind of behavior. So if I'm Tim Sweeney, I'm not going to worry about Xbox or Microsoft Store. I'm not going to worry about other things. I'm just going to worry about Steam. So I get how these are structured.
Sam's Steam library consists entirely of logging into my Steam account and playing my games.
So true. I got a couple, but really I'm like, Ralph, what's your login again?
Yeah. Literally every time. So guys, we've got some more of the shout outs on the thing. On the thing, we got quite a few actually. We got Ethan with 399. He says your videos are great. That's a lie.
Wow.
Shut up. It's a complete lie.
Ethan, proud of you.
Thank you, Ethan. Proud of you, Ethan. You're super funny. Donkey Kong Forever says Renee. How many Danes do we have?
I don't know, but
we have so many Danes watching.
Now. Maybe people are just anywhere in the world, they can just pick what currency.
Yes, and everyone wants to pay in Donkey Kong coins.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Goku with $2. Thank you very much, my friend. What's up? Good to see you back. Red with $20 donation. Didn't even leave a message. Thank you very much, Red.
Man, that's awesome.
Ryan with $5. Do you think the upcoming release of Warcraft 3 Reforged will be as popular as the release of WoW Classic? those blues oversaturating the audience. I don't think it'll be as popular as WoW Classic. I think that RTS is a different kind of thing.
It's different because it's also, you got to pay for it, where a lot of people would have jumped onto WoW Classic because it's free. You know?
I don't think that many people are subscribed to WoW Live at the moment, so I think a lot of people would have had to have paid for...
Like, what, $10 for a month?
Sure. I agree.
There's very much like, it's free, I just got to like reinstate my current subscription.
Sure.
If you're expecting people to line up for a remastered version of a game they've played, 15 years ago, for $60, $70, which of course it's going to be probably full price, right? They're probably going to get a small audience. There's going to be the hardcore RTS people. There's going to be the hardcore Warcraft people that loved, back in the day playing Dota and stuff. There's going to be an audience. I'm going to be one of those people that line up for it, regardless of how much of a meme BlizzCon is going to be this year with Diablo.
We will come back to that.
We will definitely have some news on this, I'm sure. A release date, and I will be one of the first people that buy it, for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not as... Like, WoW Classic, for example, I'm still really excited to play. I've kind of set a goal for December for myself for WoW Classic. I need to get through all my work for the year first, and then that'll be the game that I kind of just kick back and enjoy at the break. Jay Palmer with $10, the most watched channel on YouTube. Keep up the good work. Thank
I
you,
don't know
friends.
about that. I wish we were
the most watched. I wish we would overtake Pewds.
Pewds one day.
Cisenio with 30... Paladin dollars.
Paladin dollars?
Yeah. Hey guys, able to watch live again. Sorry for missing Chill Up stream, but farming D2 in full focus mode. Lahi boys, thank you very much. He's a regular from my stream. Good to see you, my friend. Ashay, $5. Sam, I just pronounced a patient dead in the ICU from COPD. I don't know what that is. From smoking. So please stop smoking. We need the memes. Listen to this man. He's probably maybe a doctor. Anyone that says they're a doctor online is a doctor.
On the internet, it must be true.
So listen to what he says.
That's what Abraham Lincoln said. Now, but look, I do agree. I need to stop. Okay, I am going to stop,
Disgusting.
and that really changes the mood. But
it does.
Anyway,
it's very dark.
I will
Thank
stop
you for your
one
concern.
day. Thank you for your concern. I do
Brett
appreciate
Payne
it.
with $10. Hey guys, love the show. Been playing Final Fantasy for a while, taking a break for Destiny 2. Also tried out the Ghost Recon Breakpoint beta, and that game sucks. Might get Shadowkeep later on. You're right on all fronts, sir. I think on everything you said I agree with.
Especially love the show. I agree with you.
Jarvis, £5. Hey lads, checked out Sam's album and love it.
Thank you.
Dude, you've got bad taste in music.
Man, this guy
you have terrible
has
taste.
Okay.
And Ethan with $2.99. Where's the ghillie suit? The ghillie suit's packed
we've
away.
Got it somewhere. Okay, we will bring it out
location.
again. I can tell you now, it's boiling hot in that.
It is.
So I do not want to have to wear it unless I absolutely need to.
Definitely.
Anyway,
okay, so let's go back on
more. We got one more. Then we should just quickly do it.
Okay,
Just
we'll knock it over quickly. Who do we get? It was another
DK.
45, another 45 coins from Colton.
Donkey Kong
Well, here's
crowns.
some more Donkey Kong crowns.
Oh, is
Okay.
it crowns in the game?
No, it's not coins in the game, but crowns is how they call it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So let's keep moving now. Okay, Mario Kart Tour speeds to 90 million downloads in its first week to become Nintendo's fastest ever game. Look at this graph, by the way, just to show you how big a deal this is, okay? This is the graph charting all of their previous week ones.
First week stuff.
For their games. And this here, 820k for Dragalia, 3.6, 13 million for Super Mario Run.
Which was paid.
Oh, but no, you could download it for free.
Oh, you
but then
could.
you had to pay to unlock the full game.
You had to pay to walk.
Yep.
Yeah,
Animal
cool.
Crossing and then Mario Kart Tour. 90 million downloads. And this game sucks.
It's such a shame.
It's so bad.
They just needed to take the driving mechanics from Mario Kart 8 and put them in the game. I've played so many games on my phone through emulators. I've finished Diddy Kong Racing 4 or 5 times on my phone. I've played Banjo-Kazooie. I've played, you name it. I finished Zelda Ocarina of Time on the thing with the virtual keyboard. It's fine. Just do that. Don't give this shitty one finger business.
It's crazy. If you haven't downloaded this game, you can do it. Whatever, give it a go. You'll be bored of it in 3.5 seconds. I'm not even joking. But it just goes to show you how little focus there is on quality in the mobile market, and how much it is just about brands, or it's just about microtransactions. Obviously, we did a video on this game a while back, and it honestly is astounding just how much monetization is packed into this. It's Ghost Recon Breakpoint level, man. It really is.
And
those two games stand out as the most monetized games that we've seen. Mario Kart on Nintendo from Nintendo on mobile, and Ubisoft with Breakpoint on core gaming platforms. They're the most monetized games, respectively.
The only other game they have, that's the biggest game I can think of on Nintendo's books that would fit on a mobile title that people would line up for. Because there's going to be people that never play games that are like, oh, I played Mario Kart when I was, 10 years old on the N64. I'll download this.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers wouldn't even get those numbers because, it's a different audience, If only they did this correctly, they would have been able to rightfully make a bajillion dollars off this if it was a really fantastic product.
Totally.
Yeah, it's okay to go free to play. Just do it correctly.
I agree. I mean, I would love to play a good mobile Mario Kart game. Like, it would be great if I could, like, you know, in my quiet times when I, you know, throughout the day,
when
just
you're
sitting there,
time sitting on your phone looking at watch, huh?
That's right. Then I think, okay, cool. I want to play some Mario Kart. Play a map. Play a level. Whatever.
On your second monitor.
On my second monitor, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that'd be great. I would love that. And if it was a good game, I wouldn't mind slinging it a few dollars to unlock some stuff. You know what I mean? I'd be glad to do that.
Our message has always been: look, microtransactions aren't necessarily evil if they're done correctly.
Yeah.
If it's a free-to-play model and you're giving value for dollar, then we don't have any complaints there. You know, like
we'll find something to complain about.
We'll find something because we're
less
gaming.
to complain about.
Have less clicks, which kind of sucks. No, but you know, like they had such a great opportunity here to release a fantastic product, build the brand on the mobile space, and get more awareness with people that maybe haven't returned to Nintendo for quite some time because they haven't played it since N64 days in the 90s. You know,
Sure.
But. You know, this is getting trashed all around, but I mean, most casual people wouldn't have even seen the news about how shit this game is. They're like, oh, cool, you know, Mario Kart, right? Let's just jump on. Oh, it feels kind of shitty, but anyway, whatever. So it might fly under the radar for most casual people. Anyway.
Sam, you're a casual.
I am a bit of a casual.
A little bit.
I played
what did
Overwatch.
you play this week? I played Overwatch.
I'm
looking forward to Overwatch on the
hardcore
Switch.
Shit. Okay.
This story is also related to that, actually, which is that Call of Duty has released its mobile game this week, and it has already achieved 20 million downloads.
I wonder what it's like.
You know what? I've heard it doesn't suck. I've not played it, but I've heard it's not the worst thing ever.
Interesting.
It has like a battle royale mode, which has like 100 players.
I saw some people on Twitter like, this is the blatant rip-off of another mobile game. I'm like, didn't that mobile game probably just copy Call of Duty?
They're all rip-offs of each other. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like it's the other way around. If a mobile game comes out first and it looks a hell of a lot like Call of Duty, then Call of Duty decides to make a mobile game. Call of Duty's not ripping off that.
This weapon has guns in it. It's basically Call of Duty,
Yeah.
man. It's such a rip-off.
Exactly.
Disgusting. But look, you know, I don't really care about this at all. I've got no interest in playing this game.
It's just more evidence of the mobile space becoming more and more filled with like titles that you've only ever known on console. God of War Mobile, it's coming. You know?
God of War Mobile is coming.
I hope to God not.
But that actually does relate to our next story.
Really?
Which is,
I didn't even think what the next
Well,
story
it's a night.
Is that all we're doing with that story?
That's all
anyway, I'm going to download it.
COD download.
What we
That's it.
might do for next Laymen Live, like impressions of this. Like we'll play it during the week.
I'm not going to do that.
Why not? We'll play a little bit
You can do
of
that,
it.
Sam. You can do the review. Make sure there's some shit references in there, okay?
Cool. All right.
So this story that relates because it's about where
Oh, that was
Blizzard's going.
so funny when they were showing that, and these people just looked so unhappy when they
Yeah.
were talking about Diablo
So
Immortal.
this is Blizzard, who is very keen to remind us that they're not yet done with core console or core PC gaming. They're not abandoning us for mobile and console. So they said, first and foremost, Blizzard boss J. Allen Brack tells GameSpot, I think the thing that did not get communicated, and I can't say this enough, is that we are a PC developer that also looks for opportunities on other platforms. Press X to doubt. Brack says we had a very honest look at ourselves post BlizzCon to look at the fan reaction. It's the task of trying to understand really deeply that reaction. We did not do a good job of assuaging our core fans that we're not abandoning PC for mobile and consoles. Sorry, that part of the message did not get communicated in a way that I think, if we could go back, we would do.
I mean, I agree with that. Like, it was such a, no mention at all, and no mention at all of Diablo 4. Now, we did see them say that it is, in fact, that we did see Jason Schreier come out and say, look, they were originally going to show Diablo 4, but they canned it at the last minute. It's still not completely confirmed if that was the case. But, if anyone that was watching that show, they're like, okay, this is a big shift into the mobile market. But I mean, BlizzCon this year, are we going to see more mobile titles? Probably.
Yeah. I don't know if necessarily at BlizzCon. I feel like they would probably not do that again. They might. They'll focus on their core. They'll focus on their core. Yeah, but you can still get that news out via a press release later on or a trailer release or something.
Yeah.
But BlizzCon is kind of sacred ground, if you know what I mean.
It is.
And if you're going to do something there, I don't think they would repeat the mistake of like, unless they fully meme it. You know what I mean? It'd be really
Unless
cool if
they
they did
meme
some
it.
cool meme thing.
If he comes out, BlizzCon!
The same guy actually, like the red shirt guy, comes out and like, guys, I've got a special thing for
Yes,
you.
that would be quite
This
funny.
this is not an April Fool's joke. And everyone's like, yeah, we
Yes.
love self-referential memes.
Yeah,
And
that
like,
would be
sell us
great.
mobile products now.
That would be
You know what I
great.
mean?
The only
So-
way they can do that, I think, is if they're like, for instance, guys, we're doing, you know, a new Diablo game. Oh, well, even another title. I don't know. We're doing another Overwatch. And by the way, we're doing a mobile component of that Overwatch game, which I hope they never do. But it has to be coupled together, you know, to show that the emphasis is in fact on PC. And something that's going to be like on the side is a mobile game.
Yeah.
The way that they did last time was like, this is the game and it's only on mobile.
For sure.
You know?
Agreed.
We don't have any plans to do a PC.
Rigididge mate's here with $20. That's huge, Rigididge.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Love you, lads. Dollar reduced for days. Ethan asked $1.99. Fallout 76 or Anthem for Game of the Year?
Well, Fallout 76 was last year, so it's only Anthem. It's going to be Mario Kart. It's going to be Ghost Recon.
They're the
okay?
contenders right now. It's a tight race.
I think
Mark,
we missed one also. Wolfenstein Youngblood.
of course, yes.
Ooh, that's a tight race. I
Mark-
think we've already got the winner, though, if you saw the previous
With
episode.
$2 Canadian, I think. Sam can quit smoking together. The struggle is real. Todd with $5 for the Shell Up review on Code Vein. I expect to hear about motorboats. Oh, that's a great reference right there. I like that. Friend.
I don't know what that one is.
It's referring to the titties. Okay, it's all
is
about
it?
them titties.
Ah, very nice.
So, Red with another $20. Thank you very much, friend. EGS not equal to Steam. How's that? That's a true fact. There you go. Can't argue with it.
There
Thank
we
you very
go.
much, my friend.
Thank you.
Mr. Toad, £2. Reason mobile market is huge in Asia. It's actually huge everywhere, but yes, in particular
I mean,
Asia.
definitely. That I was in Tokyo, and like the amount of people that were in congregations, like 50 people. I'm like, what's going on here? Has someone been injured? And you just look up, and they're all playing mobile games, mostly Pokemon Go. But like, it's just insane to see the presence of mobile games everywhere you look on every street. You know, so
It's on every street corner, man. It's disgusting, you know?
but it's kind. I wonder if we are going to see more of that effect in, you know, like Australia and stuff like that. you
Xander
know?
Bose with $1.99. Where is Diablo Immortal? Good question, friend. We don't
I
know.
really think, I was saying this before we started, I really think they've probably gone back to the drawing board. This is my hunch,
All right.
that they're like, should we just not make this game?
No, they're making this game. Don't be ridiculous.
We don't know that, though. We don't know if they're like, this is actually just, this is going to get completely memed, destroyed.
They don't care about the memes. They care about the dollars. They're going to make it, trust me.
Yeah, I don't know. We
So,
haven't heard anything about
guys,
it an entire year.
I know this is going to be hard to believe, but it turns out that video game companies can kind of be douchebags when it comes to their taxes.
No, but they never do crunch, right?
Yeah,
never
that's
do
right.
crunch.
They're very pro-union,
Yes.
never crunch.
Great
and,
working conditions.
Very fair on microtransaction economies
Speak
as well.
to their consumers in a really great way on Twitter a lot of the time. So look, I don't agree with this.
So this
There's no
thing
way.
here is global video game company games giants avoiding millions in UK tax. So this is a very long article, but what it essentially says is that there is a fund called the Video Game Tax Relief Fund, which enables game developers to claim back up to 20% of certain production costs, which was introduced in 2014 after years of lobbying from the industry. And it says that official figures show that was also overwhelmingly more lucrative for larger scale video game projects. Claims for more than £500,000 have taken at least 80% of the total tax relief, despite accounting for only a small fraction of claims. These were dominated by big developers. So what this article is essentially saying is that there's this fund that's been set up that's meant to help the games industry. It turns out that what's going on is that these large-scale developers, publishers, what have you, are finding loopholes to be able to use this themselves, even though it's not really intended for them, okay? Now, here's the thing, right? This is actually not the fault of the publishers and the video games companies, because that's exactly what their accountants are paid to do.
Exactly.
This is actually a problem with the way the laws are written. It's a real shame that it's being used this way, because, you know, you're talking about vast sums of money that could go into the development of indie games to prop up build new studios and create new IPs and all sorts of exciting stuff, but instead it goes to make sure that, like, you know,
Activision
Sony
UK or
makes
some shit.
$5.1 billion in profit as opposed to like $5.05 billion in profit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You know, for me, it's like, don't you just, you know, limit the amount of staff that you may be able to have for you to even claim this tax
there's all
benefit?
sorts of ways that you could do it.
I mean, sure, but like any business, the accountant's job, I mean, we're not saying it's right, but like, it's just like how it works.
For sure. Everyone, we all ourselves try and minimize our tax. It's exactly what these companies are doing.
Exactly.
So,
and there's nothing wrong with minimizing your tax. It's just about, doing it, ethically and morally. And if this
when are you going to release your tax returns, Sam?
Exactly.
The people have a right to see them.
I said I'm going to,
They're under a routine audit, aren't they, Sam? Under a routine audit.
Look, I think that you're right. It's not on the fault of the publishers and the developers. They're just going to try and, save as much money legally as possible. This is obviously a legally acceptable thing that they're doing. It comes back to the governments. It really does. And a lot of people might not like to hear that because, of course, they're like, gaming company bad. But, if
gaming companies are bad, let's be real.
No, I know,
it's like
but like
government's also inept.
Yes, but yes, exactly right.
Right.
So anyway,
speaking of inept, Gearbox and 2K Games. Right?
Oh, nice.
Let's do this one. This is a good old, really interesting story. So recently, it was revealed this week that Troy Baker was apparently invited back to do the role of Reese for Borderlands 3. And there was some real kerfuffle earlier on about why that didn't happen and whatever else. Troy was kind of making some little remarks on Twitter that was kind of like, oh, what's up with that? It turns out that he says that he couldn't take the gig because Gearbox was hiring non-union staff. And apparently, according to Troy Baker, like his union deal or whatever means that he can only work on gigs that are hiring exclusively union staff, okay? Which, we think that sounds a bit crazy, but when it comes to the entertainment industry, this is actually very common. It's very common to see entertainment jobs, productions, whatever, that are entirely unionized and they will not hire any non-union workers. Not going to get into a discussion about whether that's right or wrong, because I know everyone has different views on unions.
Yeah.
But that's the way it is in a lot of the entertainment world. And so Gearbox actually responded to his claim about that, saying that Texas law prevents Gearbox from accepting his union terms for Borderlands 3, okay? And they're like, well, we couldn't do that because Texas law says no.
Yeah.
And there's actually a follow-up story to this, was that is this the one? Yep. And and then so the unions themselves say that Texas law is actually no legal obstacle whatsoever, and it's kind of, they brought it up as a non sequitur to kind of like throw people off the trail, and it would have been possible for them to make this happen, but they didn't, etc., etc. So
if Randy had a better track record, I'd be like, well, maybe he was just mistaken, but like, there's just been so many things. There's been the assault claims. There's been the USB stuff. There's been just the whole marketing campaign in general. There's been just that, the submatter. Maybe the submatter thing wasn't connected to Randy, but like, I'm just talking about, there's just a lot of stuff that has gone down with Randy. It just sounds like he's been like, how do I cover my bases? Let's just say the law didn't let me. Well, in reality, people, we know what Randy's probably like. And he's like, you know what? Fuck you, dude. We're just going to say that we couldn't work with you. That's probably how it went down.
Yeah, you don't... maybe that happened.
Again, we don't know.
You don't know. When it comes to these legal things and union agreements and all sorts of stuff, it's very, very murky territory. All that's clear right now is that there is a public disagreement between these two guys. It's not a good look for anyone. I don't think it's good or helpful for Troy to be drawn into this sort of thing. He's got a great brand. Everyone really loves him. And it's kind of like, this probably doesn't like make his brand more beloved. And obviously, no one likes Randy and anything at all. So he really can't go any lower than that. Do you know what I mean? It's just, he's already as low as it gets.
It's funny because the game's been such a success, but I don't feel like Randy's brand has recovered at all since then.
No, I don't really think
like, I thought maybe if the game's an absolute smash, people are like, oh, Randy's not so bad, but we haven't really seen that.
No, I think everyone's like, the game is a smash despite Randy.
That's actually the best wording for it. That's so true.
So yeah, anyway, look, super chats. We missed. We've got Yawasagi. He said with $2. What kind of keyboard am I using? I'm using the Razer Turret.
Well, isn't that interesting you asked that? What a fantastic keyboard!
It's an amazing product.
We were sponsored by Razer.
We weren't actually sponsored, but they just sent us for free. But they are sponsoring my trip to PAX actually, so I guess I should disclose that.
Exactly,
They are doing that. So that's why I'm at the Razer booth on Saturday at Saturday at
Friday
12 o'clock. No, Friday's AMD.
I see.
I get around, Sam.
Oh.
So Respawn now. This is the next. Actually, let's just switch over this news. And there we go. Cool. Wait, are we on this one? Yes, we're on this one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Respawn, it turns out, are actually making a new Medal of Honor game.
I mean, look, if I can think of one franchise that maybe could go toe to toe with strumming on the heartstrings of nostalgia against Call of Duty, it is Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor for
what
me.
if I told you it was a VR game, Sam?
Oh, really?
Wow, KO.
I didn't actually know that.
Yep.
I just saw the headline.
Yep.
Oh.
Should have read that. Should have actually read it, Sam, as opposed to just looking at the headline. Turns out that Respawn are working on a Medal of Honor game, and it's VR. But can I say, I don't mind that. Like, okay, would I have liked to have seen a proper, real Medal of Honor game that's trying to go toe-to-toe from Respawn, trying to compete with Call of Duty? Absolutely. That would have been super cool. Don't get me wrong. I would love that.
I like VR.
Yes.
I think the general consensus is it's still not at a competitive level in terms of a mass audience with other games like Call of Duty and stuff. And do I think it's going to be the kind of experience that I wanted? I'm sure it'll be great, but like when I think of Medal of Honor, I go back to my teens. I'm like, cool, I'm sitting on the couch just like enjoying, on GameCube and all that kind of stuff, which it did come out on. I kind of want that again.
I still remember playing the original Medal of Honor.
Yes.
Like, those were the days, man.
Yeah,
Normandy Beach Landing on consoles. Like, all
they
of
were
those,
just
man.
so
They were
good.
great,
and
great
look,
games.
I wish this all the best, this particular game, because I do love the franchise and I've got a lot of fond memories. It's just a shame, I guess, to find out now that it is going to be a VR experience, because that always feels so like on the side of something.
It's still on the side. Like, there's a few VR games that are exceptional, but definitely on the whole, it's like, they're on the side kind of experience.
Exactly right. It's always like an addition to something.
Yeah.
I mean, Beat Saber, sure, that's
Best game ever.
Best game ever and stuff. But like
nine
times out of 10, like it. Yeah, I don't know if we're there yet. That's all I'm just saying.
Sure.
There is going to be a day where a lot of games can easily compete with a controller experience. We're just not on VR. We're just not there yet.
For sure. So look, either way, it's coming. I'll definitely play it.
Oh yeah, we'll review that for sure.
But
I wonder
yes.
if it'll work on the Oculus Quest, because
It's exclusive to Oculus. I don't know if it'd be powerful enough for that. So they're actually releasing something for the Oculus Quest though that allows you to tether it to your computer, so it becomes as powerful as the Oculus Rift.
Oh, cool! So I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, mad.
So
Okay,
that's
cool.
a thing. And we've got one more super chat. Let's just head up to it quickly before because we're up to our last news story now.
already? Jesus.
And we've got TNT Fishing Australia. He's back.
Again, the guy I think I met at PAX once.
Thanks to the layman, I now use the term dollary dues at the shops. I think it's hilarious. Girlfriend not impressed. Well, don't worry, mate. She'll come around.
She'll get there.
So, final news story of the day is that Red Dead, funnily enough, is not working. Rockstar are not working on any single player DLC.
I mean, isn't that crazy?
Can you believe it?
I just thought, there's such a monetization, capability in single player, everybody.
Now, we won't spoil the ending of Red Dead, obviously, but let's just say that there are certain things within that framework that might make a single player thing more challenging.
Definitely.
Okay.
I think
single player DLC more challenging.
And I think that there's definitely other characters that you wanted to know more about.
You could have done a Shady DLC pack, like her story.
Maybe you're giving it away. Maybe you're like, well, actually, no, we're not.
No, we're not giving away anything.
No,
She's a character in the game.
Yes, okay,
there are actually lots of supporting characters that would have had really great scope for.
Definitely.
Imagine like a Micah DLC. Like the bad guy throughout
yes.
it. That'd be a cool. Like you just
or a John Marston. Like they should do that.
Yeah, good Sam. Well done. Yeah, well played. Well played. So obviously, it's no surprise that Rockstar aren't really focused on the single player stuff because it doesn't really make that much money for them. They have to put a lot of work into it. And they don't get to monetize it to the nines.
I think that they get. I mean, like if they did $30 for a 15-hour 20-hour extra, like that would sell.
Of course it would sell, but then they could work on some garbage multiplayer mode, stuffed full of microtransactions, and make 100 times that amount of money. Which do you think Rockstar's going to do? There's a reason that GTA 5 is literally the most profitable entertainment product in history.
Sure,
and it's not because of their single player DLC. Let's just say that.
And we didn't see any actual DLC, right, for the single player of GTA 5. We didn't.
Just the multiplayer.
No, we didn't.
They were making so much cash. They were like, why would we bother to do any single player stuff?
Yeah, which is a real shame. Real shame because it's a fantastic story. It's one of the best written stories I've ever seen in a video game. It really brings it to the next standard. Totally. Like it's honestly like watching a HBO TV series, and not to kind of continue on that, and why not? Okay, fine. You're maybe not going to make as much money, but like you can do both, right? Your studio's big enough to maybe add some additional content to the world of the single player, as well as monetize it in that shitty way that they want to do it online. Like it would have been great to see that. A lot of people would have loved to experience other stories. I don't want to wait until Red Dead 3 before we get an opportunity to maybe play as Shady or like maybe play as...
You will have to wait for Red Dead 3. There's no doubt about that.
20,
Colton DK
25.
with another 25 Donkey Kong coins. Anyone else started their Christmas shopping? Sam, what are you buying me for Christmas?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm going to buy you a year's supply of Nicobate patches.
That's a good idea.
Those nicotine patches, and you'd be like, I think I have a spot on my butt. You know, you'd be like that guy. Yeah. Sam will just come on an episode, every inch of him covered in patches.
Yeah.
That'll be Sam.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think, like, the thing about Ralph is, right, there's nothing you, like in video games, there's nothing you need. And that's all you want to do, though. So, like, it's very difficult. Last time I got you the Majora's Mask, which is in the corner back there. I don't know if we're on the main
Sam
thing right
bought
now.
me this as a present, and now it's an office prop.
It was the strap the whole time, but it actually wasn't the strap, but then
know
it just
it wasn't.
naturally got here.
And,
I'll probably buy him, to be honest, like a Switch Lite. You know?
Yeah, because I
And
need
then
one of those.
I'll use it when he doesn't need it.
That's right.
That's probably what I'll do.
John Paul Fuller Jackson. That's a quad barrel name.
Ooh.
Nice. Quad damage.
John
With $2.
Paul Fuller
Sunday
Jackson.
packs though. Melbourne Coffee. Sadly not. I fly home on Saturday night. Sad times. Thank you anyway, guys. That's the end of Layman Live for the week. We're right bang
Thank
on an
you
hour.
so
Thank
much,
you very
guys,
much.
as always.
So we did it on Friday today because
And next Friday too. We should let them know.
Yeah,
that.
so next weekend is going to be... Because we usually do Layman Live on Saturdays, but we did it today because I'm away at a wedding this weekend, so I couldn't do it tomorrow. And also, next weekend, I'm at PAX. We're both at PAX, probably.
I think so, yeah.
So, we're going to be doing Layman same time next week, Layman Live. If you are at PAX next week, come and say hello. We'll be walking the floor for a little bit. We're going to be at the AMD booth on Friday at 4 o'clock. We're going to be at the Razer booth on Saturday at 12 o'clock. And we're going to be doing a live stream from there as well. That's pretty much it, guys.
Guys, we
Anything
got
else,
one
Sam?
more super chat before we go.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
$5 from Vanilla Vassetti.
Thank
Every
you.
time I try and pick up Red Dead, I get frustrated with the controls. I just rewatch a review and take so much pleasure in how much you called them out. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the review. It's worth it's worth sticking with the
I'm
game
glad you
despite
liked
the
the
shitty controls. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for being
There's
awesome.
a lot of horse falling off. That's for
a
sure.
lot of horse testicles.
A lot of horse testes.
And
too.
with that, ladies and gentlemen, Layman out.
Layman out.